Back in the saddle podcasting after a 10-day layoff since Saturday. Or actually, I recorded it, come to think of it, it was September 1st in Morris at the campgrounds in Morris. Last fall sports show. Here we are, fresh off a 3-2 thriller, 3-2 win over New London Spicer Wildcats. Incredibly, back-to-back travels to NLS this year and 2 years ago in 2022. Both matches went 5 full sets. The Jaguars shook off. What they had was a bad taste in their mouth from a 3-0 loss on the home floor to NLS a year ago. This week, the Wildcats had a good team last year, and they took it to us. And ended up being BB's only best of 5 losses in the regular season. The other 5 regular season losses were in tournament play last year, as the Jaguars were 21-6 going into the subsection playoffs a year ago. But this year, a more experienced B-B-E team, who, of course, as you know, bring back a lot of weapons from last year, and both setters and our libero from a year ago. So a lot of key components have a lot of experience under their belts. The Jaguars were sluggish in game 1, but then they rebounded to take the next 2 sets. The Wildcats pulled out game 4 after they trailed 16-12, and they came on strong down the end to win. I'm going to get it wrong, so I'm just going to check here. Game 4 went to NLS 25-23, and then the Jaguars righted the ship. They won the first point in game 5, and after game 5 was tied 2-2, the Jaguars simply annihilated and took out the Wildcats. It seemed like they broke NLS's spirit and marched out to a wide lead. I don't remember how it all played out, but it was 14-6 at one point, 14-5 at one point, and then the Cats got 2 points back, with the match ending 15-7, if I remember right, on a hit by one of the Fishers with an ace attack. It was on the left side, so I think it was Casey with the game finisher. Casey Fisher led all hitters with 18 kills. Jaguars had, I gotta look that up here. Jaguars had an excellent 21.7 hitting percentage, which is a good number against a strong team. Game 5 took just over 9 minutes flat from first serve through game and match point. The entire match, by my count, lasted 1 hour and 58 minutes. 2 years ago, on a day that was also in the 80s during the day and the gym was hot, 2 years ago, the match lasted 2 hours and 10 minutes. The Jaguars trailed 13-11 late in game 5, and then won the last 4 points to win 15-13 during a very exciting 2022 season where they ended up taking 4th place at state. So this year's team now prepares for the second conference match of the season, coming this Thursday at home. The football team won 32-0 last Friday for their first shutout since, oh gosh, I'm going to get this wrong. I'm going to look that up. I had it all in front of me. Their first shutout, I want to say 2015. No. Hello. Season opener. Should have known that. Wake up, man. 26-0, Jaguars beat KMS in the season opener of 2021 when they unveiled our brand new QB1, sophomore Luke Dingman that year. KMS came to town, came to Belgrade, and we beat them 26-0. We snapped what was a very, very difficult 25-game losing streak across 3 seasons and stretching back into 2014. Jaguars had over 400 yards of offense while limiting the West Central Area Knights to approximately 70 yards net from scrimmage. And now they prepare for Benson. So I want to rally all supporters to travel to Benson this Friday. We can't take any team lightly. And Benson's going to come out playing with pride and trying to defend their home field, looking for some payback, as we've handled them the last 2 years for sure. I don't remember the meeting with us 3 years ago, but we've beaten them by wide margins in 2022 and 2023. So Benson's going to want some payback, as are all schools. All teams that we play going to want payback against us after we ran the table, went 8-0 last season. Tennis team had a great battle tonight on the home courts with St. John's Prep. They lost, unfortunately, 5-2. Izzy Graham had one of the most incredible matches I have seen in recent years, playing at 3 singles. Izzy lost the third set tiebreaker 12-10. I think you had to go first. You had to go to 10, win by 2, but it kept getting tied up, or a 1-point lead, and Izzy battled into extra points in the extra set, but she unfortunately lost. Then the Jaguars lost a couple other close matches to lose by a team score of 5-2. I don't have their schedule in front of me. I should probably have looked that up right away. But they have one more match, I believe, this week. And their season is over halfway done, their regular season. They go to Morris. I knew that. They go to Morris on Thursday. Both JV and varsity travels to Morris for a 4 p.m. Morris has 6 or 7, I believe 7. Morris has 7 courts on their tennis complex, which is south of their high school. It's on the far southern end of their large K-12 school complex that sprawls across multiple city blocks in the south, you could say southeast corner of Morris. What else we got here? Cross country. Taylor Nelson, our lone cross-country team member with B-B Paynesville Cross Country. He competes at Little Crow Golf Course this Thursday at 4 p.m. So if you want to go out and cheer him on, he's down at Little Crow. Saturday, the volleyball team goes to Crosby Ironton. I don't have that schedule in front of me. There's a number of good schools up there. I think it's 12 to 16 teams. It's a very big tournament. They start at 9 a.m. Bus time. Okay, bus time. Why is that not here? Oh, there it is. 6:15 a.m. from Brewton. So early bus time for that. It's for the record, it's 102 miles from Belgrade, from our high school. 102 miles up to Crosby Ironton. I know that well because 10 years ago, we were scheduled to play at Browerville in the Section 5A Boys Basketball Championship. I'll never forget that. March of 2014. They had us set up in what was just an asinine site far beyond Browerville. So both Browerville and B-B-E were going to travel far north to play for a state qualifying game. I raised complete hell, and a number of people jumped in on the fight, and officials made the right decision, and they moved the site to Alexandria. We ended up being part of the last ever basketball game to be played at the old Jefferson High School before it was abandoned and actually then razed and torn down. The Jaguars beat Browerville, went on to state, as you remember, won their second state title in 3 years, with a large star-studded 8-member senior class that year, the class of 2014, one of whom, Brian Goodwin, is a new inductee to the B-B-E Hall of Fame. You will read about him next week. This week's newspaper will feature Kevin Weller, retired B-B volleyball coach who coached the Jaguars for 12 seasons from 2007 to 2008. He amassed a career record with 285 wins. He became the dean of area volleyball coaches, and his reputation is second to none. He is an outstanding individual with what I would rate as just outstanding character and dedication. And he was even on hand. He wanted to make the trip down and see us play NLS. He had a hand in, let me think here. 4 of the 6. His teams in his 12 seasons, they played NLS in best of 5. They would have played, I'm going to get this wrong. I got to think this through. They had 12 seasons and 11 times they met each other in regular season best of 5 matches. And in those 11 meetings, the Jaguars went the full 5 sets 4 times. And Coach Weller's Jaguars won 3 of those 4 meetings. The only 5-set loss was in 2015, and in 2008, 2009, the Jaguars won best of 5, won 3-2 at NLS in a season where it was actually NLS's only regular season loss. They went on to Class 2A state tournament with our Mimi Knutson as head coach. Mimi, who is from NLS, she's actually in 1980. I'm going to get that wrong. I'm not even going to say it. She graduated in the 1980s from NLS, played basketball for Coach Dreyer, and then later coached our Jaguar volleyball team, took us to state for the first time ever in 2005. But one of her daughters was a player for NLS, and an opportunity arose, a unique opportunity, where she was able to coach the NLS Wildcats, and she had a star-studded team in 2009 and took them to state. That's all for this show. We'll see many of you Thursday night for conference volleyball against Kimball area.